EWG just released their 2023 list of the Dirty Dozen and Clean 15. It shows how much chemical pesticide is on the fruit and produce that we buy. And coming in at the worst offenders, like usual, are things like strawberries, kale, and spinach. They have twice the amount of chemical pesticides as most other produce.
This is a fairly lengthy video about the Clean 15 and the Dirty Dozen, which is a list published every single year by the Environmental Working Group. He then goes on to tell us which fruits and vegetables are on the Dirty Dozen. With that being said, he mischaracterizes what the Dirty Dozen actually tells us. The Dirty Dozen does not tell us which fruits and vegetables have the most pesticides by weight. Rather, they tell us by number, meaning if there are 7 pesticides on strawberries, but there's only 3 different pesticides used on blueberries, the strawberries are more likely to be on the Dirty Dozen, even if by weight the blueberries contain more pesticides. And this is the first red flag as to why the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15 don't actually tell us much. The second thing is there's a difference between the amount of pesticides that we can safely consume and the amount of pesticides that are toxic. Unfortunately, pesticides are necessary in order to create enough food. But luckily, the amount of pesticides that are actually required to grow these crops is almost in all cases not enough to have some of the detrimental effects associated with these products. And the benefits that we derive from eating fruits and vegetables in the first place will likely counterbalance any negative effects of the pesticides. You see, this is an absolutely beautiful chart that shows us the number of servings that a child could consume in a single day without a deleterious effect. And this is based off the highest pesticide residue ever recorded by the USDA. So of the most pesticide-ridden strawberries the USDA has ever measured, you would still need to eat 181 servings. That's not 181 strawberries. That would be approximately 181 cups of strawberries. We also see 309 servings of spinach, 7,441 servings of kale, and you can read the rest. The reason I thought it was important to make this video is because I see absolutely no reason that we should be telling people to purposely avoid certain fruits and vegetables, and making people think that they're doing something wrong if they're not buying organic fruits and vegetables. Additionally, organic doesn't mean that it doesn't have pesticides. It just means that it has organic pesticides, and sometimes organic foods can have just as much, if not more, pesticides. But once again, this probably isn't important because the health-promoting effects of fruits and vegetables are likely going to outweigh and mitigate any of the possible effects of such a low dose of pesticides. So if you're on a budget, understand that it's absolutely okay not to be buying these extremely expensive organic fruits and vegetables if you simply cannot afford it. And if you want to learn how to take control of your health and energy, send me a DM to sign up for coaching.